Well, everyone is talking about the Atlanta Beltline. You may have heard about it and wondered, what's up with this Beltline thing? Well, I'm about to show you. Atlanta's Beltline has quickly become one of the best things about life in the city. It is the most popular outdoor gathering place in all of Metro Atlanta. In the late 1990s, a student getting his master's degree in city planning at Georgia Tech came up with the idea to turn a series of abandoned railroad tracks that circle the city into a ring of walking and biking trails. The plan was to connect all of the in-town parks and neighborhoods into an inner perimeter for people, not cars. The project got started in 2005, and as the Atlanta Beltline has built up, developers have rushed to build both retail and residential properties along this formerly neglected path. You can visit the Beltline on any day of the week and join thousands of people walking, biking, roller skating, and soaking up the beautiful Atlanta weather. The current goal for the Beltline is to build about 30 miles of trails that will form a ring around the city of Atlanta. Right now, though, only 3 sections are completed, and since the Eastside Beltline Trail is the longest and most established part of the trail, and since it runs through some of Atlanta's best in-town neighborhoods, we'll start there. The Eastside Trail currently runs continuously from the southeast corner of Piedmont Park all the way down to just east of Grant Park. This is one of the most beautiful and historic sections of Atlanta and includes Midtown, Virginia Highland, Old 4th Ward, Inman Park, Cabbagetown, and Reynoldstown. Starting at Piedmont Park and heading south, you pass under the Virginia Avenue Bridge and get your first look at the public art projects featured along the Beltline. As you continue down the edge of Virginia Highland, you catch a glimpse of the skyline to your east, and you follow the path until you get to the Ponce de Leon Bridge, where you find Ponce City Market. Ponce City Market is an old Sears building, was once known as City Hall East, and it was rescued from demolition a few years ago and converted into a hall of terrific restaurants, retail, and office space. The food hall at Ponce City Market is almost always packed with people looking for a great meal with friends and family. Right across the Beltline from Ponce City Market is the new Beltline Kroger, built on the site of the old Murder Kroger, which was notorious for a series of murders dating back to 1991. They tore the old store down and put up a sparkling new building with a Starbucks and everything, but everyone still calls it Murder Kroger. Hey, if you like what I do on this channel, I work really hard on these videos, so go ahead and comment, like, and even subscribe. Leaving Ponce City Market and continuing south along the Beltline, you pass a series of brew pubs and restaurants on the west side, and on your east is Old 4th Ward Park, which features a skate park and an amphitheater for live music. This part of the Beltline that runs from Ponce City Market all the way down to DeKalb Avenue is incredibly dense, with new apartments, townhomes, condos, and office space, and there's more being built every single day. Now, tens of thousands of people live right in Old 4th Ward just off the Beltline, and this is not an exaggeration. Old 4th Ward in this Beltline area is probably second only to Midtown and Spring Street in terms of the population density. To give you a better visual on the density in this area, check out this drone footage. This is a view looking north from the John Lewis Bridge near the Carter Center, and you can see the Ponce City Market building on the center right, and Old 4th Ward is the area on the left. Now, this video is a couple of years old, but you can see there were already thousands of apartments here, and it's even grown dramatically since then. Again, this is one of the most population-dense areas in all of Atlanta. As we leave the Freedom Parkway Bridge and go further south along the Beltline, Old 4th Ward is to our west, and to our east is Inman Park. Inman Park is Atlanta's first suburb, which was built in the late 1800s. This stretch of the Beltline is almost entirely residential. After about a half mile, we pass our next landmark, which is the Highland Avenue Bridge, then continue cruising down the path another quarter mile or so until we get to the Krog Street Market. Krog Street Market is a food hall and gathering place that overflows with delicious food and beverages. If you've ever been to Chelsea Market in New York City or the food markets in California, it has that same vibe and deep community atmosphere. With everything from street food to fine dining, you could eat here every day for the rest of your life and never get bored with it. Now, earlier I mentioned Murder Kroger, and we all laugh about that now, but back in the late 1990s, this whole old Fourth Ward section from Ponce City Market all the way down to Krog Street Market was not a very good neighborhood. It was pretty run down. It was a place you drive through, not a place you drive to. The Beltline has completely transformed the old Fourth Ward and really made it one of Atlanta's top destinations and one of Atlanta's most desirable neighborhoods. Jumping back on the Beltline at the intersection at Irwin Street, we are looking south into the newest part of the Eastside Beltline. You can see a lot of it is still under construction. There are hundreds of more apartments here and even more restaurants with patio and outdoor dining on both sides of the Beltline. This is going to take us all the way down to DeKalb Avenue. The Beltline intersects with DeKalb Avenue and passes through the Krog Street Tunnel. If you've ever wanted to experience late 1980s graffiti-covered New York City, the Krog Street Tunnel is a pretty good approximation. Follow Krog Street and take a left, and the Beltline heads down and ends just a bit south of Reynoldstown. Well, I know I told you earlier that we were going to take a look at the north side and west side parts of the Beltline, but I've been working on this video for a week and it's only 7 minutes long, and I got to take care of some clients, and I'm going to have to hit publish on this one, and we'll get to the north side and west side parts of the Beltline in a future video. As always, if you're thinking of making the move to Atlanta, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is in the box below. Love to talk to people, help them start planning their move to the beautiful city of Atlanta. Thanks.